Hey, what's happening, DC Guys? Me, the DC Guy01, and welcome back to our Batman Arkham Knight walkthrough. In the last episode, we finished the Professor Pig side mission, which went much longer than I thought. No, not Professor Pig, Azrael. Professor Pig was 2 weeks ago. We did the Azrael side mission, which took much longer than I thought it was going to take, and now we're on to the last of our side missions. This week we're going to do both the Deacon Blackfire and the Hush side mission. So first of all, I want to say happy belated Batman Day. Yeah, I didn't get that video out that I've been planning on making for the last few months now. Just stuff kept coming up. Stuff that was I had to get done more than this, or more than that. School stuff, work stuff, and
Joining your mission can come with a cost. This empty reminder shows just what she lost.
we did this one. We did this last week. Yeah, we did this. Did I not save it? Really? Alright. Subject got view, what are you talking about? It's the suit. What do you mean empty reminder? Subject out of view, for crying out loud. Look at it. It's the suit. Oh, for crying out loud. Do we have to be backed up this far? Here we go. Crying out loud. The trap. I don't know why they didn't save. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, that video that I said I was gonna try to get out for Batman Day this year, I should have been able to get it out. I mean, I've been like wanting to make that video for a while, and I knew what I was gonna make like months in advance. Like I could have started working on that video like last year, like last winter I could have started working on that video, and I just never got to it. Stuff just kept coming up, and yeah, so it ain't happening. But I'm filming this on Batman Day, May 1st. It's not going to come out for a couple more days though. I thought about trying to release it tonight, but I had a late night tonight, so I don't see that happening, unfortunately. So I do still plan on getting that video out now that I don't have a job anymore and school is almost done for me for the semester. I literally, after this was my last week of classes. I have like 3 more like assignments due by the end of the weekend. I have like 3 papers I have to write, and then after that, next week I have 2 exams, and then I'm done for the semester. So once got 1 more week of like that, I really got to focus on work and school, and then I'll have like all the time in the world to work on videos. And like I said before, I've already got like a list of stuff I want to make, and I'll actually have time to make it, which will be nice.
You know, I think I could have been in the army.
Alright. Let's go save Jack Ryder. Can I just stick it behind him?
He who moistens the parched earth with rain.
Oh.
When we are thirsty.
It's Ryder.
He who slayeth the wicked and evil forces that threaten to destroy us and keep our souls from his sweet mercy. Congregation, behold, you, the blessed meek, you wanderers of Babylon. Who dares disrupt this ritual?
Batman, is that you?
children, the devil comes clad in black. Slay him where he stands.
Oh, there's a time limit on this?
Quickly, the time of sacrifice draws near.
Where are these guys? I didn't get a good look at them before jumping in on them. Ow.
Roast him good.
Hey, there's guys over here.
Also, how long was like you reading that thing? Because he was reading that thing when we were doing the Azrael thing. Oop. Now we're going.
I'll get you anything you want. Interviews, radio, phone free, talk show, you name it. Just let me go.
Jack, you're not helping. Put the gun down.
Cowards, all. They lack faith, Batman.
Yeah, you hold that thought.
I'm not. I know the truth. Now you will see the blade slice his throat and watch me bathe in immortality. Don't do this, please.
You're saying?
Silence, child. Your cries fall like seed on stone. I faced death more times than you could possibly imagine. I'll still be here when you're dead and gone, Batman. Gotham will be mine.
Spare me this sermon.
No, she.
What took you?
I'm kidding. Looks like I got my story. This is it, Batman. This could get me back in the game. My own show. Hey, first guest, how about it? The real Batman. Your story. I'm taking you back to GCPD.
Damage is showing off. We kind of attacked him at a weird time. He was still like in the middle of talking, even while like we were grabbing him. I probably could have timed that better to make it more, make it fit better, more cinematic.
You're stepping into my church now, Deacon.
Look around you, Batman. Look at what you seek to protect. Gotham is fallen. Why are you still fighting? This is over.
I say when it's over, Blackfire. Take him down to the cells. Hey, don't look too pleased to see me, officer.
Hey, yeah, that one was easy. The cult. Save the sacrificial victim and lock up the executioner in GCPD. Okay, so right there, that description there of like what we just did, it doesn't say save Jack Ryder. And I remember Deacon Blackfire was like one of the first like side missions that got introduced before Ryder like went missing from GCPD. So is there like a way you do this where like the person you save is not Jack Ryder? Like is it different depending on when you go to do it? Like if we like went after Deacon Blackfire as soon as we could have, would we have saved someone else other than Ryder? Or is it just always Ryder that gets saved? Like you're not able to go after him until Ryder goes missing. Because I feel like I remember like very early on in the series gliding over the statue of Gotham, or the Lady of Gotham statue. And I feel like I remember being able to hear Deacon Blackfire there like very early on, but maybe I'm mistaken. I don't remember. But yeah, that's it. So next stop, Wayne Tower. Tell me about it. Yeah, these are definitely the two shortest ones. I honestly don't remember the Deacon Blackfire one at all. I just remember it was short. And yeah, it's literally just like the one fight. Also, they never really explain who Deacon Blackfire is. At least not in the game, like, through dialogue. he's got the whole, character bio that you can read to figure out who he is. But yeah, they never really talk about who he is, like, in the game, which I thought was weird. I don't know why, like, he just, like, because Batman, like, talks to him like he knows who he is. And, like, this is not the first time he's run into him. Which, probably gets explained in the character bio. But yeah, it's weird that they don't really talk about him anymore. He doesn't even have, like, a big evil plot. He's just, like, sacrificing one person.
I really don't like people who haven't proved themselves worthy.
But that's about it. Like, there's no, like, master plan. He says he's gonna, like, take over Gotham. But it's like, how are you gonna do that? I mean, yeah, you got a following, but I mean, how many people were there that we took out? Like 20? And we were just one person? Granted, we're Batman, but the second they try to, like, take over the city in, like, any kind of capacity, they're getting taken down immediately. Oh, in the bathroom. I don't think I've ever been down here. This is Wayne Tower, right? I don't think I've ever... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever been in here, but no, I must have, because there's a Riddler trophy down here.
There's a friggin' army out there, and they ain't killed him yet.
Oh. And we're out. Huh. Okay. Alright, only 2 side missions left.
Lucius is out of contact. I don't like it. I'm going to investigate.
Wayne Tower is locked down, sir. The only way in will be using the elevator in the underground parking garage.
Then that's what I'll do. Coming in hot.
This is more like it. Gotham went to sleep after Joker died.
So in addition to Batman Day being today, or 2 days ago, given when this is going to get uploaded, watch out! Out of my way! I'll run you all down. This past week, this past Monday, I believe it was, whatever day that would have been, April 28th. How do you get under there? Excuse me. Oh, here it is. Why was it telling me to, like, jump? Or eject? And now we go to the most disappointing boss fight / side mission of all time.
I kind of feel like I lost something knowing he's Bruce Wayne. Yeah, like when you realize Santa Claus is really that drunk uncle.
Sure, buddy. Up we go. I will say, this was kind of a cool moment the first time I did this.
Mr. Wayne? I thought you managed to get out. It sounds terrible out there. What are we gonna do?
Don't worry. This'll be over soon.
Because I think when I did this, I didn't realize this was the Hush mission. When I first did, because I knew of the Hush mission, and I knew that Hush was, like, in this game, but I didn't know it was, like, a side mission. I just thought, like, it was, like, maybe a reference, or there's, like, one cutscene where you see him, which ends up being what this is. But yeah, when I got to this part, you know, it shows Batman going in the elevator, then Bruce Wayne coming out. I remember thinking, oh, cool, he took his costume off, and I also remember thinking, that's weird. Why didn't he just come in as Batman? And also when he just talked to the receptionist, I was like, his voice sounds weird. I remember thinking that when I first played this. I also found it weird that you can't like go into first person or detective mode or anything. I'm just hitting buttons to see if he's able to do anything. Listen to messages. Also, okay, so what are we expected to like assume happened here? Because we lose contact with Lucius Fox like halfway through the story, and then it cuts to this.
Mr. Wayne, I just finished securing the building. Is something wrong? Anything I can help you with, sir? I didn't think you'd be coming back here tonight. Is there something I missed? Having trouble logging on?
Ooh.
Identity confirmed. Good evening, Mr. Fox.
Okay, so like I was saying, what are we supposed to assume happened there? Because, you know, like I said before...
So I finally have your attention. Come and join the party. If you try anything stupid, Wayne Enterprises will be looking for a new CEO.
Alfred, I'm at Wayne Tower. We had an intruder earlier tonight. He's taken Lucius.
Much
Any
earlier.
idea who it is?
The identity thief, Thomas Elliot.
The surgeon? Good Lord, I remember when the two of you were inseparable.
In a way, we still are. He reconstructed his face using grafts from his victims. He looks identical to Bruce Wayne.
Why on earth would he do such a thing?
He says it's personal. I'm about to find out why.
Don't do anything you might regret, sir.
Also, why is Alfred acting like this is the first time he's ever hearing of this? We literally, I mean, it's been a year since Arkham City, and, you know, I'm sure Alfred is aware of, like, everything that went down there. I mean, Batman even, like, created, like, a file on Hush. But anyway, like I was saying before, yeah, well, what are we supposed to expecting, like, the timeline of this whole thing is? Because, like I said, we lose contact of Lucius, like, halfway through the game, and then, you know, we have this moment where it seems like as soon as Batman, you know, arrives at Wayne Tower to investigate why he can't get into contact with Lucius, then we see, you know, Thomas Elliot as Bruce Wayne walk in and attack him, and then we see him holding a gun at him, unless we're supposed to believe that that whole scene we saw first with, you know, Bruce Wayne, quote-unquote, walking out of the elevator, attacking Lucius and shooting at the secretary, was all like security footage, like we just saw with Batman looking at his camera or his I don't know what you call it, that projection on his wrist, and that actually happened much earlier, and he's just watching like security footage. And then this is actually like, so that all happened like hours earlier.
Let him go.
We're just negotiating, aren't we, Mr. Fox? I have a job for you, Batman. Bring me Bruce Wayne, or I bring down this tower.
Why Wayne?
The two of you were friends. That brat's family destroyed me. And now, I will destroy him. The Wayne stood by you. Ah, yes, the great surgeon Thomas Wayne. To think he was once my idol. Until he ruined everything.
He did all he could to save your parents after the crash. I'm sorry you lost your father, but he saved your mother's life.
He denied me what was rightfully mine.
The car crash wasn't an accident. It was you. You wanted to kill them.
I only want what I deserve. Bruce Wayne had his riches handed to him on a plate. He never had to fight for anything in his life. Now bring me Wayne, or I'll destroy this tower and everything he stands for.
You've already got him.
Take your best shot, Tommy.
Bruce, that's impossible. I should have.
He's getting edgy. When he turns the gun on me, I'll have a split second to disarm him. Too
All right.
early and he'll kill Lucius. Too late and he'll get his shot off.
I'll do it.
Alright, gotta be careful here.
My face.
You mean my face.
I take it you didn't see the news.
Not recently. No, sir.
It's over, Lucius. The world knows who I am.
I don't know what to say, Mr. Wayne. What does this mean for Batman?
After tonight, there will be no more Batman.
I'm sure you know what you're doing, sir. I know you never abandoned Gotham. If there's anything you need me to do, anything at all.
Thanks, Lucius. Alfred, I've detained Elliot at Wayne Tower. I'll have him brought to trial when this is over.
Oh, thank God. And what of Mr. Fox?
He's fine.
Oh, that is good news. We'll ensure Mr. Elliot sees justice for his crimes when this is over.
Character showcase unlocked. Hush. Double Jeopardy. Face off with an old friend. Alright, so quick side tangent. What you guys just saw is a alternate version of this side mission, which I did not realize was like a secret version of it. Because like I said, what I'm doing with this playthrough is I'm basically replicating my original playthrough of it, and I'm doing things in the order that I did it, for the most part. Some things, like some of the side missions, probably got done in different orders, but the main thing of doing all the main story first, before starting on the side missions, is what I did last time. So apparently, when most people play through this game, they go and help Lucius, like, as soon as it's addressed. Like, as soon as, like, you lose contact with him, they immediately go after to save him. And then there's the confrontation with Hush, where Batman basically just takes him down, and that's it. I didn't realize that was, like, an alternate thing. I just assumed, like, this was the version it always was. Until I saw, like, someone, like, I saw a video of someone, like, doing this version, where they go do this after completing the story, and people were like, I never knew this was a thing, or I didn't know you could do this, or I didn't know that there's an alternate version of this. I was like, really? So I felt kind of like proud of myself for like the way I did it originally, that I just like naturally got like the alternate ending almost. I got the good ending. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was like a like unknown thing that you get like a different ending depending on the order that you do things.
You cut it close, sir, but I never doubted you. I guess now we know what happened to the identity thief you were tracking in Arkham City.
Yes, we do, and it was honestly super disappointing. I mean, this was a huge thing when, did it say hostiles? One hostile detected, 0 armed, 1 unarmed. Lucius, is there something you want to tell me? Because when, I believe this is also something. Is this a riddle? The chessboard? No? Okay. I figured that would have also been like a riddle because in the Hush storyline, chess is like a big theme with that story. But like I was saying, when that reveal was made and like, you know, they introduced Hush in Arkham City, that was like a huge thing that people were like expecting to become very important in like the next game. I mean, I remember people saying like, you could almost make a whole game with Hush as the main villain, like, and I think I've talked about this before when we did our Arkham City playthrough, but now, like, this is where we see, I'm bringing it up again because now we see, like, where it was all leading to, and it turns out it was leading to nothing. People were talking about, like, you could make, like, a Hush Batman game, like, in the Arkham universe, where, like, you know, you have, like, one big bad for most of it, but underneath it you also have the thing where Thomas Elliot, as Bruce Wayne, like, commits a series of crimes, or he, like, frames Bruce Wayne for doing something. So while Batman is out, you know, doing his thing and trying to, like, save the day, he's also trying to, like, clear Bruce Wayne's name. And you can even go to the point of having, like, you know, Thomas Elliot commits some crimes as Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne then starts getting investigated, and then people discover through that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So now Batman, you know, his identity is revealed, and it's about, then the rest of the game is like Batman trying to, like, save the day with people knowing who he is. And you can almost turn to, like, the episode of Batman, the animated series, Over the Edge, where Commissioner Gordon starts going after the Bat family now that they know who they are. Which could have been, like, a really fun thing to do, where, imagine this game, but everyone knew who Batman was going into it, like, from the very beginning. Or close to the beginning. I mean, that would completely change the game. Or, you know, you just do a bigger side mission, or maybe you do something similar to the Professor Pig mission in this game, which was basically just, you know, a remake of what the Identity Thief mission in Arkham City was, which is you're going around the map, you find these different bodies, and then you have to investigate, like, what happened to them to, like, identify them and figure out what's going on, which then leads you to who was doing it. It's basically the same mission. They just basically took the Identity Thief mission from Arkham City and then gave it to Professor Pig. But there was so much more you could have done with this. I mean, there's a reason this side mission is often, like, considered the worst side mission in the Arkham games. Because there's really nothing to it. Like I said, it's basically just one cutscene. There's one cutscene, and then the only, like, combat is hitting the counter button once. You just gotta time it right, but that's really it. So it's like, that's it. That's all you got for, you know, a character and like a storyline that you could have built an entire game around. You know, you only get a cutscene out of it. It just seems weird. I'm looking at these two pictures. They literally, like, just copied and pasted the Martha and Thomas Wayne from that picture into that one. Like, they're in the exact same pose. They just are, like, Martha's, like, shifted up and to the right. And then Bruce basically takes her spot from that one. Like, Thomas's hand's in the exact same position. The right side, or her left arm, is in the same position. They literally just added a hand to put on Bruce's shoulder. That's funny. Anyway, let's see what this does. I saw this earlier when we first came here in the story. Hey, look at that. Whoa. Oh. Gadgets.
I gotta hand it to him. He had me fooled for a minute there.
I mean, you walked up to him. That's cool. We get to see the old suit, like the Arkham City suit that we had at the beginning of the game. I guess it makes sense that Bruce would always have, like, a suit on standby. Got the batarangs, remote control batarang, grapple hook. That's cool. This would actually be kind of a cool feature. Like, you open this up and then, like multiple suits come out, and this, like, becomes like almost like a character selection kind of thing. where like you go up to the suit, you hit like A or something, and then you swap into another suit. That'd be a cool feature. Like multiple like things come up, and then you can basically like pick your suit, and you got like the Arkham Asylum suit, the Arkham Origin suit, the Arkham City suit, the armored Arkham City suit. That'd be a kind of cool feature. Alright, let's see what you guys got to say about me.
Bruce? It's Vicky. Are you there? I know you're listening to these messages. Look, if it's about that article, blame Ryder. I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Call me, okay? I miss you, Brucey. Bruce, it's Cassie.
Hey!
You do remember me, right?
Oh.
Listen, I had, like, so much fun the other night. You are nothing like what I read in the papers. Anyway, call me when you get this. I got a couple of cute friends who are dying to meet you.
Bruce. Okay, I saw Cassie and I thought it was like Cassandra Cain, but then that first sentence happened. I was like, oh nope, that's not her. Nope, wrong person. Other Cassie. Is Cassie someone we're supposed to know who that is?
Mr. Wayne, Lex Luthor calling. Apologies for going via your direct line, but I grow tired of these games. LexCorp has made a very generous offer for Wayne Tech's Applied Sciences division, yet your persistent unavailability begins to look less like a busy schedule and more like deliberately antagonistic behavior. Come now, meet with me. I'm sure we can come to an agreement. A man of your refined taste doesn't need an Applied Sciences division after all. He needs another $1 billion.
Is that the first time we've ever heard Lex Luthor's voice? In this series? I'd imagine it is. Because he only ever gets like mentioned by name any other time. I completely forgot that was in this game. I don't know if I ever knew that we actually hear Lex Luthor's voice. It's not Clancy Brown though, so I don't care.
Bruce, it's Kate. You're coming to Mandy and I's engagement thing next week, aren't you? No one's seen you in months, Bruce. And you taught me the importance of keeping up appearances.
Wait, was that Batwoman? Kate Kane? Or was that Cassandra? No. Who is that? See, now I gotta like go and look up all these names. Hey, that was Kate's Batwoman, right? That's who that is? Man, there's so many Easter eggs in these messages.
Bruce?
Okay,
It's Vicky.
now it's back to Vicky.
Are
Okay,
you there?
so we got Vicky, Lex Luthor, I think Batwoman, and then just some woman named Casey.
Nothing to do with it, I swear. Call me, okay?
So they're very,
I miss you, Brucey.
they're very much like suggesting that Bruce and Vicky Vale were a thing in this universe. Well, that must have made things awkward when we got unmasked.
It never ceases to amaze me the lengths some people will go to pursue some twisted notion of revenge.
No kidding. Alright, Lucius, I think you've got it from here. I mean, he's been unconscious for the last 10 minutes now, so I don't think he's getting up anytime soon. Sorry about the computer, by the way. We can buy a new one. Alright. And that does it. All we've got left now is the Riddler stuff.
I can't leave Enigma at large. I'll find his trophies and put him behind bars.
And you will do that, but we'll have to get to that at a later time. So, yeah, we're pretty much done.
I'm telling you, we should split. What happens if the band decides to break all our limbs? In case you forgot, we just trashed the emergency room.
So my plan for the Riddler stuff is to do one island per video. Now the problem with that is that, you know, how long it will take to do each, you know, to go through each island. Because some of these trophies are harder to get than others. Some of the puzzles I have to kind of, it takes me a while to figure them out. And then there's some where even after I figure them out, they just take several attempts. The one that I'm looking forward to the least is the one where you're hanging the Batmobile in like the hole under like that shopping mall, to get underground to the Arkham Knight base, where you have to like fire like at a some contraption that's along the wall that you're hanging from, or you're hanging from the ceiling, and the Batmobile's like up against the wall, and you're like shooting across the hole, and you got to time it really specifically, and it's just like a pain to do that.
I saw it. GCPD was freaking awesome.
But I want to do as many of it as I can, like on video, just kind of show how they're done, show all the locations for them. I don't want to, but I also don't want to get into that thing where like I'm spending like 30 minutes on a single puzzle, and the video ends up being like an hour and a half long. And half of that's just me stuck on like 1 or 2 puzzles. I want to avoid that. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to stick to that one island, because also I don't think I have. I don't think I have like all the locations unlocked yet either. I'm sure there's still a bunch of trophies and riddles that I haven't even like gotten the locations from, so that then adds a whole other thing on top of it where I'm going based off the map, and if I don't have the location for something, I'm probably just gonna miss it. And then, you know, then it becomes that thing of having to search, you know, search the whole city looking for these trophies, which I don't want to do that again. We've done enough of these videos where, you know, I spend half the video just searching for something. If it ever gets to that point, I'm just gonna like look up all the locations, go to Batman Arkham videos, the YouTube channel.
All the radio stations are playing that emergency broadcast song.
And then just use that to get the locations. That way we're not wasting so much time doing that. Oop. Speaking of Riddler.
Still riddles waiting to be solved on the Agati Island, Batman. It's not as if you have something better to do.
Ooh. And I guess the only other thing really worth talking about is Thunderbolts is coming out soon. It's already like been shown to some people, so the early reviews are coming in. And so far I'm hearing like nothing but good things about it, and not only good things, but like really good things. And something that came out recently is Thunderbolts is currently the 2nd highest rated MCU movie on Rotten Tomatoes. The only one with a higher Rotten Tomatoes score is Black Panther, which has like a 96% rating. Thunderbolts currently has a 95, and then I think it's either Endgame or Infinity War at number 3, which has a 94. So yeah, really good things to hear from that. Then again, these are all the early reviews, which tend to be less critical than once the audience, like general audiences, see them. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see that come out, and just see how it ties in everything. Because then also stuff started coming out about Doomsday. We know Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is going to be in it. Something recently came out that, like a story leak came out recently saying that like Wolverine is going to end up killing someone like super important, like a main character in either Doomsday or Secret Wars. They didn't say who he's going to kill, but like all they're saying is he kills someone who's important. Like a very important character is going to get killed. Which, we'll have to see where that goes. People are already saying like people like Hulk. I saw one person being like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't know why he'd kill like a good guy, but unless like they have him kill like an evil version of someone else in like Secret Wars or something. Well, we'll have to see that. And then Chris Hemsworth has begun filming his stuff. Pedro Pascal has begun filming his stuff. So it's starting.
Batman's old car. You know, it had a kind of retro
So yeah, and we've still got Fantastic Four and Superman to come out. Honestly, going into this year, I thought those were going to be like the two big like superhero movies that everyone was going to be like talking about and like waiting for. And somehow like Thunderbolts has now become like the big movie that everyone's talking about. So now we'll have to see how Fantastic Four and Superman compare. See if they can match that hype. I'm honestly really surprised about the amount of hype that Thunderbolts is getting. Honestly, whoever's doing the marketing for it is doing an amazing job. Because, yeah, going into like this year, I did not think that Thunderbolts would be the movie everyone was talking about, especially when you got a Superman movie coming out. You know, like, I mean, you've got a new Superman movie coming out that's going to be rebooting the DCU. Like, the DC Cinematic Universe is getting rebooted with Superman. Do you think that would be, like, the big, like, movie and the big story?
So, let me guess. Batman saved him? Of course he did. Guy's a serious buzzkill.
Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see who we can meet when we go to the GCPD. I wonder if Elliot's in there yet. Ironically, I specifically did these two last because I knew they were going to be the two shortest missions, and this video is honestly going longer than some of our others. Just because there's a lot to talk about with that Hush side mission. Oh, doesn't look like Elliot's here yet. So only 9 out of 11. But all the holding cells are full. Let's see, is Ryder here yet?
There you are. Secret identity revealed, huh? You want to talk about it? On television? Thanks for the whole sacrifice rescue thing. I mean, I had it under control. It was all part of the act, you know? Getting up close and personal.
Sure thing, Jack.
So, you don't usually invite me to the Wayne Manor Christmas ball? But we're like old war buddies now, right? Taking on Deacon Blackfire together?
Your reliability.
Business is best when bats need killing. A mercenary's file should receive top billing. Top billing.
I'm assuming he means Slade. How y'all doing? Two-Face is so done. Again, why does the chief have to be in here with these guys? Can't you put him in like another cell? Put him with Kirk. Put him with Man-Bat.
Come, pray with me, little man. God finds beauty in us all, however deformed we are.
Let me go on a pray. It works out for you.
Kate goes back to singing.
You have killed, but your tally of death is nothing compared to the millions God has consigned to the fire.
My soul doesn't need saving, preacher man. I sold it a long time ago.
Dang. Subject too small. You hear that, Slade? You're small. No subject detecting. Dang it. Subject obscured. It's Slade, right? Well, that's not right. Hold on. It doesn't even tell me what it is. Slade, look at me. Look at me, Slade. Okay. Maybe it's his weapons. Nothing in there. again, this is what I was saying before. I think depending on what you do with Azrael, like if you try to have Azrael attack Batman, Batman takes him down and his sword probably ends up here. I'm assuming. I don't know if there's actually like an alternate ending. Or like an alternate outcome depending on what you do. Or if he actually does just kill Batman. Alright, Scarface, Freeze, Ventriloquist, Black Mask, Harley, Rage, Croc. Oh wait, is it Deadshot? No. No, it's gotta be Slade. So where's Slade's stuff? Chat up. Arkham Knight, Man-Bat, Scarecrow. Where's the Deathstroke stuff? Does he not have a display? Am I missing it? Is it like just the malicious stuff in general is his? It's gotta be him, right? Like you just scanned Slade? Alright, let's try this again. Hi. Huh. Well, we'll figure it out eventually, because we'll be coming back here. When we have to get all the riddles.
That was a big mistake. Now you're just a man, Bruce.
Also, when we first walked into Ryder's office, that line he said about, you know, basically knowing who Bruce was, I'm assuming that's like the line he says the first time you see him post-story. Alright, well, that does it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. This one, like I said, went much longer than I thought it would. I mean, honestly, this video could have been over in like 30 minutes. But we went a little long just because I wanted to talk a little bit more. Especially about that Hush mission. And I don't know why they didn't do more with it. It might be because they knew this had to be the end of the series, or they planned for this to be the end of the series, with Batman having his identity revealed and everything. So they probably just assumed, like, well, we can't do like a Bruce Wayne wanted storyline, since, you know, they're gonna reveal Bruce's identity anyways at the end. But I don't know, I feel like they just could have done something more with it. I feel like there could have been something that they could have done. Or just make it a DLC for Arkham City, because I thought that one for a while was the original plan. To make it a DLC story similar to Harley Quinn's Revenge. Because I remember hearing something like that years ago, that it was most likely going to be just like another DLC story in Arkham City, which honestly probably would have worked out better, especially if this is what we got instead. Yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, making videos at the time. Stay tuned for next week where we continue our Batman Arkham Knight walkthrough. If everything goes to plan, there should only be 3 episodes left. That's if everything goes to plan, which, you know, it won't. But we'll have to see. We're almost off the series. We're in the final stretch.
Keep solving those riddles, Detective. I won't allow myself the pleasure of crushing you beneath my giant metal foot until you do.
And I won't want you to deny you that pleasure. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. DC Guy01 and Batman signing out. Bye, guys.